So my living room can feel sort of fancy. I mean, with the surroundings or whatever, it's a really pretty environment. And it has nothing to do with being fancy. As you can see, there's not really much fancy about me. Sometimes I look pulled together, and sometimes I do not look pulled together. And I remember one time a musician friend of my daughter's coming to my living room and seeming like super uncomfortable, like he didn't want to sit on anything. And it's really funny because there are very practical reasons that I have chosen like velvet. I have a couple velvet things in here, and it's because it cleans better than anything else I've found as a mom. And it gets destroyed less, which is so bizarre because it looks really fancy and maybe people feel intimidated. If you're somebody who has a really high standard for what you want your home to look like or what you want your surroundings to be, that's not something that you need to feel guilty about. It's not something that you need to be like, oh, well, it doesn't matter because, people have harder problems. There's a real strategy for me in having a living room that feels really put together, that, yeah, it gets messy, but it's like visually, I love it. I love the art that I have in here. My bedroom, on the other hand, I mean, it's really like crowded and a little bit chaotic. The bedrooms here in Portugal are very small, but everywhere I've lived, I've tried to at least get my living room feeling like a place where I like it. That I have like one place that I can invite people into, and I feel like, yes, I love the way that this looks. And that's for me too, because I want to have one place in my house where, and maybe, you do this with your bedroom instead of your living room because the kids are less likely to destroy it, who knows. But having a place in my house that's beautiful to me, where I have decor that I really like, where I have beautiful prints or paintings on the wall. I love this print by Bisa Butler. She's a quilt artist. I love having plants. All of those things restore me and give me a place to go in my very chaotic life with kids who have high needs and with, money stress or whatever. It gives me a place to go where I can feel like, oh, this is lovely. And I've created it to feed my soul. And beauty for artists specifically, and beauty for creative people, it's not negotiable. It's not a luxury. Having beautiful spaces, they don't have to be expensive. This couch actually was not that expensive, but it's also not that comfortable. But that's another story. Rip blue couch from Tbilisi that I couldn't bring here, that was comfortable and beautiful. Anyway, I'm sorry, the ADHD just really derails me sometimes, but beauty for me is like oxygen. And if you have that same bent and you really you want to look outside and see something beautiful, or you want to live in a place that's beautiful, you want your home to be really beautiful to you, you want to like the things in your home, that's really grounding. And beauty, it doesn't have to be expensive, but it can be very life-giving, right? And it's worthwhile. You don't need to feel guilty for wanting to be surrounded by beauty, especially if you're a creative person, because we are just more in tune with the hard stuff in the world and the suffering, and having a place of respite and having a place of calm, and just pretty stuff that you like to look at, that can really keep you from despair. So right now I'm in the middle of doing a daily okay report. I've done so much to accommodate for myself and to take care of myself. Still, I am struggling to feel okay in the world and with everything that's going on. As an artist, as a mom, as an American, having a kid who's in America still, my oldest lives there. So just when I read the news, it's so discouraging. So I am actively trying to be okay so that I can keep adding beauty to the world. So every day I'm going to be telling you for the next 45 days, or I guess 43 days now, I have the okay-ometer, and I'm going to be telling you where I am on the okay-ometer. So I would say that my day started really over here in the dark clouds and doom. I actually did wake up feeling quite overwhelmed today with life. And what I have done today that helped me get, I'd say I'm over here now, but I had to very intentionally not open my phone and read the 47,000 messages that everybody that I love sends me asking about things. And if you're somebody that I love, I'm not burdened by you. It's just like I needed to tend to myself for quite a while this morning before I could start tending to requests and things that other people need from me. And so I did that. I purposefully did not look at my messages. Another thing I've noticed, I love Heather Cox Richardson's emails because I find them to be really historically grounded for what's happening and like hitting on the really major news stories that I want to know about without having to like watch the news or listen to the Orange Menace's voice. So I'm gonna put this down now. So not reading her email first thing in the morning is actually something I'm trying to be better about. I sort of imagine it to be like a newspaper and coffee, and I sort of liked that rhythm, but hearing about the demise of democracy first thing in the morning is probably not the best thing. So instead I did a little journaling. I read a bit of the First Nations version of the Bible because it's the least triggering one to me after being in high control religion, but still having my faith be important to me. What else did I do? I took my ADHD meds. Those help a lot, but I also made a plan to be done with my deep computer work today at about 3 o'clock because my ADHD meds help me with deep focus for a while and then I crash. And so I crash less hard emotionally if I can manage to be doing something outside, walking, getting a little bit of nature, or even just doing chores around the house, like physical stuff. Because it's really tempting when I'm on my ADHD meds, because they help me focus, to like super focus, but then forget to take care of my body, forget to eat, forget to whatever. So today I'm trying to make myself some boundaries, and I think that's really helped for my mood and feeling okay today. And it's not negotiable for many of us who are creatives. It's not negotiable to have beauty in our lives. So this, I guess, is just your permission slip to need beauty, to need pretty things in your lives. For neurodivergent women, where the world can feel really like it's scratchy. The world feels loud, and visually we struggle with clutter, right? So even I would encourage you from a neurodivergent standpoint, if you just have one place that can feel like pulled together, that can be really grounding, and it can be really stabilizing and calming. And it doesn't have to be every space in your house, because I think that's when we get into the overwhelm, right? Like, I need everything to be clean. And I mean, if you're like me, trying to keep everything clean is just a really big ask, especially with as many people as live in my house. So I think having one reliable place where pretty quickly, like, I can get rid of the clutter and then it can be just beautiful and life-giving again, that's been a real hack for my life, I guess. And velvet, moms of little kids, velvet. I know it seems counterproductive. I know it seems like, how could that be possible? But it's way better than pleather. Pleather peels. Leather, I just watched a friend's leather couch get destroyed by a sticker, like peeling up from the leather and like ripping the sheen off. I've tried a lot of couches in my day and a lot of fabrics, and it's come down to the velvet, or it's probably not real velvet, but like that kind of fabric. Oh, it's so strange, isn't it? Anyway, that's my hack for you today. And also your permission slip. Please don't feel guilty for needing beauty in your life. Use beauty to buoy your spirit. I'm going to close out like I always do, which is, I'm going to encourage you to dare to truly live today, and to do that by figuring out what makes you feel alive. And if you need somewhere to start, finding the beauty is such a good practice for feeling alive. I did a video recently that you can check out on microjoys, but finding the beauty in microjoys are a similar concept, and it really helps, especially creative, artsy spirits, to keep going and find hope in the world. So find the beauty today, friend. See you later. Oh, calm down. You can stay here.